Hi, I'm Mark Ortega. I'm the president of the Fillmore High Alumni Association. And I have two special guests here, Mr. John Heilman from the class of 1953 and Mr. Ernie Morales from the class of 1953. They both were in the same class. So we're going to talk today about the F on the hill behind Fillmore. And I know I invited you, Ernie, because I know your father carved that F out, but he had a couple friends that helped him, right?
He did, yes.
Who?
Yeah.
Well, okay, in case people don't know, but go ahead and say your father's name.
Okay, Frank Pancho Morales,
Uh-huh.
okay, and his cousin Leonard Riesgo,
Mm-hmm.
and a third person involved, a good friend of theirs too, Mike Pinky Sanchez.
What made them carve that F? And about what year do you think they went up there as young men?
Okay, I'll answer in the reverse.
Okay.
Second question. I believe it was around 1931, 32, 33 time frame.
Okay. Early 30s?
Early 30s. Because my dad was in his late teens, 16, 17 years old perhaps, as well as his other companions.
Mm-hmm.
And what made them think about the carving of the F up there, I want to say that it's probably because they saw the SP ones in Santa Paula, for instance, up on the hillside on South Mountain. And when they got home, they thought, it'd be a good idea perhaps to think about doing a similar thing, like an F up on the hill somewhere.
Somewhere.
East of town. That would be a good place, a prominent place where you could look up there and see it for the most part anywhere from downtown.
Which we can, you can see that.
Yeah. So that's kind of, as I know how that went. Yeah.
Nice. How about, do you realize, or do you know a year when they probably started putting chalk up there or carving it out? Or did your dad do that right from the beginning when they started carving that F out?
Okay, talking about the F again, some more I should say. When they located a place they thought, where it is now, be a good spot, they went up there and they carved it out, and they came back down, took a look at it, and says, no, it's not big enough, it's not wide enough. They thought, no, it's kind of skinny, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So they went back up there, and they took a second shot at it, insofar as making improvements, make it bigger. And they came back down, took another look. Says, no, it's still not good as far as they were concerned. So they went back up there a third time and laid it out, I think the way it is now. And they had instruments, I don't know, maybe a hoe and
whatever they had.
Whatever they had to do that, right?
Carve
To clear it out and carve it out and to have it be where it's at. As far as making it be some kind of a manner by which it could be seen better, some kind of chalk material. I want to say lye.
Lye. Oh yes, I do remember the word lye. They use lye up there.
So I think they use lye to make it be where it could be seen from. Yeah, to be seen from anywhere.
That was BC before chalk.
Yeah, before chalk, right?
Right. So as far as I know, that's what they used. When that occurred, I'm not sure. Maybe sometime later.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly when.
Yeah, I'm sure the community was so excited that an F was carved out that maybe other people came together and said we should put lye, or maybe let's make it brighter or something. But everyone came together and helped do that. Exactly.
And the story also goes, Mark, is that was like a landmark, so to speak. So when planes would fly over heading towards LAX or Burbank or somewhere, that's where the pilots would look down and they know which way to turn as far as the direction went. And that was kind of their spot on the ground.
Before the Omni on the hill over here.
Right.
That's right. I think they still have Fillmore listed on that for pilots. I've talked to pilots that when they get around Fillmore, they lower their engines and get ready to come into Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I used to fly, and there's an Omni station. You know what Omni is? Up on the hill up behind there.
That's great. Okay, that's awesome. That's great. Those are some history there that I didn't even know about. John, I want to ask you a question. What brought you to, I know you're the same age as Ernie, you guys graduated in 53, but what made you and when did you start thinking, I would love to light that F one day? How did that come to your mind?
You know, I can't remember what trip I was on, but it was somewhere out toward the desert.
The desert?
And at night I was going through there and a small town, I don't even know the name of it. And they had lights in the back of there on there, or whatever the letter was.
Yeah.
And I was really impressed. And I got thinking, boy, that'd look nice if we had ours done.
Yeah.
And this was back in about 1990 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I got to thinking about it. And I got to think, well, gee, there's no electricity up there.
Yeah.
And this was before solar lights that we have now.
Yeah.
And I got thinking, well, I could do it with batteries, but you'd have to go up there and replace the batteries every week or so, you know.
Yeah, it would be hard.
And so I kind of kicked it around until finally the solar lights got to be where they were pretty popular and reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Not too reasonable, reasonable.
Yeah,
And so I said, that'll probably work, but I don't know. And then I thought, well, who do I talk to? And I'll be darned, I couldn't really figure it out. And then I was talking to Ernie here one day at breakfast, and I was telling him about my idea, and I said, who would I get? He says, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So he came up here and talked to you, I guess.
Right.
And from there it mushroomed, and we got a little discussion and decided we'd try a couple of lights.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that night when we, of course, Dave took him up there and put a couple of them just to see if we could see them from down here. We didn't even know if we could see them.
Right, right.
And because these lights aren't that big, but
right, right.
And so I can remember about 8:30, we're all sitting around with our eyes glued on the hill. And
Waiting
they
for
finally came on, and we thought, wow,
yeah, it was
it
bright.
works. So I ordered some more. I think we ended up with 28.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dave said we needed 30. I got a couple more, but it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, I think
And,
we've had more people tell us it looks like diamonds in the sky, you know, when it lights up at night. And you're, and thank you for purchasing those solar lights. I think you brightened everyone's life up in Fillmore by doing that. And we're so looking forward to thanking you, Ernie, and your story for your father. And of course, it couldn't have been done without our friend David Miller from the class of 1980, who went up there and lined them up just right. He must have had a measure tape or something, because it's just perfect in the evening, the way they're...
Well, I think we spaced them out certain, just because we had so many to work with.
Yeah.
And he put them right down the... I didn't know we were going to have to outline the outline of the... We figured we were going to put them in the center first.
Yeah.
And that worked fine.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It looks great.
I hate to have thought about putting them all around the edges.
Well, I think that's awesome. Yeah. So
I'd like to add, Mark, that
yeah, go
presently I live on Mountain Street.
Uh-huh.
And I can look directly east or due east from my front porch.
Uh-huh.
And the F is there, and I wait just as dusk occurs and starts getting dark. And I wait, okay, Becky, my wife. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you when those lights are going to start coming on, so we'll know more or less
what time
and when to really enjoy the moment again and again and again.
Yes, I believe that. I have heard from many people in Fillmore who wait and see, and they talk about the light that comes on first, the light that comes on last.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was wondering. I've never watched them blink, 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 blink come on.
Yeah.
Do they come on pretty much the same time or no?
I think David Miller told us it takes about 5 minutes for all of them to come on. So
they
do come on different times. Yeah.
That's close.
Yeah. And then for those early birds that get up early and go to work, I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning and it's still lit. It's all night long. And then when the sun starts coming up, they go out. And it's just...
that's one of the reasons I got these, because I wanted them to last all night.
All night, yes.
And I shopped around, and these are super duper
Yeah, they're great solar lights.
Yeah.
I think people find it hard to believe that they're just solar lights. They're just little
Yeah.
solar lights.
Yeah.
They're not that little. but
I
they're,
was going to bring one of them to show you.
Oh
I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah. That's, I'm
Darn it!
sure that's fine.
They
Well,
aren't that big.
Yeah, well, I want to thank you both for talking about that. This is great for the alumni archives, and we can know who carved the F out and who lit the F. And I want to invite everyone this Thursday, if our homecoming parade downtown Fillmore at 6:30, we're going to feature. Ernie won't be able to make it, but Mr. Heilman will be there, and you can all come out and thank him and David Miller right behind the alumni float. Thank you all very much. And let's not forget that the freshman class, still with tradition at Fillmore High School, goes up there every year in May, right? It's always before the May Festival, and they chalk that up. And we have it on video, and I think it started in the late 1950s because people have posted, I went up there. John, have you even been up there?
No, it was in the early 50s.
Early 50s? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
so they were
I
going,
wanted to go up, but I never really
you
got a
couldn't make
chance
it.
to.
So you've never been up to the F?
No.
Well, we're going to have to get you up there.
I know. I was going to go this last
Yeah.
time, and I forget what. I fell and hurt my arm or
Yeah.
something.
John, we'll get a deuce and a half and we'll take you up there.
What? My car will make it up there.
Recording.
Before I forget it, I want to maybe kick this by you too. Another idea I have
Yeah.
is that they have to go up there and hoe weeds because the winter
Yeah, once
it
a year.
pops up.
Yeah.
And I'll spring for the money
Uh-huh.
to buy the pre-emergent
Okay.
for Dave to spray,
Ah,
and there
okay.
won't be any weeds.
Right. The whole,
See?
even after
It
that.
would be just for the rains,
Yeah.
and nothing will come up, and all they have to do is go up there and chalk it.
Chalk
They don't
it.
have to
That would
weed.
make it much easier.
Oh yeah. What do you think?
I love it. I love the
Okay.
idea. I love it.
As a matter of
Yeah.
for later to replace lights and
I think
whatever. I'll start up the Heilman F Fund.
Yeah, there you go. And we have quite a few alumni and community members who have asked where they can donate to keep the Fs going and whatnot.
Yeah, it
So-
wouldn't take that much,
no,
you know.
no, it wouldn't.
And
We can maintain it through the Alumni
I'll
Association.
start in a fund, and then it can be added to. Or
Yeah, well, there's plenty of alumni who have asked where they can donate, so I'm sure that'll happen.
That sounds
Well,
good.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this pre-emergent thing, I want to
Oh, yeah.
talk to Dave and see if it's
Yeah.
all right to do that.
Yeah, he would definitely know. So we'll speak to Dave
And we'll put a
about
backpack on him. And
that. Well, maybe that's the day we bring you up there so you can watch him to work. You can
Yeah,
supervise.
I can supervise. I used to do that.
Good for
Did you say backpack? Maybe some burritos and a couple 6-packs?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds great.
Get a designated driver to get off the hill.
If you want to start that fund, I know there's other alumni who will pitch in and do that. We will add that on our link on our website so they can easily go in and make a donation or mail it to us. And we'll call it the F Fund, the Heilman F Fund. And what we'll do is when you see this video, there's plenty of alumni and community members in Fillmore. So please share this post, this interview today, and like that page, and then we can give you information on how to contribute to the Heilman F Fund.